Hey, what's up everyone? I'm gonna give everybody a quick update on where I'm at on this project and go over it real fast with you. So I know I said back around 4th of July I'd hopefully have this thing going, but just like every project and build, man, you just find, one thing after another that you either overlooked or, that you weren't prepared for. But either way, a couple little things came up. I had to, open up a couple body bolt holes and cut a little bit more of the rear apron so it cleared the timing cover, and I had to push the firewall in just like very minimal, maybe like 1/8 of an inch. I had to push it in with just a rubber hammer or mallet, and I'll show you that in a little bit, just because the 180, the throttle reverse that I put on there was kind of, it was touching. I could put a piece of paper through it, but with engine vibration and stuff, I didn't want it rubbing real bad. So I just kind of massaged it in a little bit and it cleared up. So I got the radiator in. I still got to mount the gas tank. I need to run the wiring. I have the wiring for the fuel pump there. I ground the fuel pump out to the chassis. The fan, I'm going to ground out to the chassis as well. There's a 2-wire in that harness right there. So I use 1 wire for the fuel pump, 1 wire for the fan, and that is a 12-gauge wire, so it's heavy duty, and it'll be plenty of hold the power and the amps that we needed to power both units. So on that, like I said, just simple mount the gas tank back in, but I gotta finish that stuff up first, so naturally I'm not gonna put it in. And another thing I did was I mounted the seats. Well, these are just, I have Volkswagen tracks down right now, and then I made mounts, or I used half the seat track rails from the Subaru, and then I welded tabs to the bottom, and I vice gripped them to the tracks just for now, just to see how they fit, and they fit great. These 05 Forester seats, they're low backs. I have the headrest for them, but I'm just trying to give it the look because this is a 58 body, and that's the type of seats that came in. And I think a lot of Volkswagens came with that up until like 70s or something. But either way, they fit really good. I got a little tear on the drive. It's not even a tear, like this material is coming apart. But I'm gonna try to hit the junkyard and see if I can find another Forester with the matching seats, or if not, get one that I can get some material from and just have it to upholstery guy fix it up. These seats look really good. I need to just steam clean them up a little bit, just because they've been dusty from sitting in my attic in my garage. But they match the color of the car pretty dead on. I mean, it's like a grayish blue car with the patina and stuff, so the gray and the blue in the seats really make it pop a little bit in here. The video doesn't do it justice. But that, and I mounted the drive-by-wire pedal. I have not installed the harness or the computer setup yet. That's still sitting on the table over there. It's ready to go. There's nothing. It's plug and play ready. I just I'm kind of just getting everything ready, and then before I throw the harness down and get it going, that way I don't rush and make a mistake and start something and I forgot to hook something up. I want to make sure everything's in and right. So that's that. And like I said, the back here, these seats are real nice, and these seats, they recline, and then the driver's side's got lumbar, and you could twist it up and down. It'll still rise. It does the whole functioning of the seat is all there. So getting to the motor, if you guys have watched my last 2 videos, I showed how to take the alternator cage apart, and that's because I kind of went OCD on the motor, and I really detailed it. So I'm going to show you guys. I think it turned out great. That's the engine. I painted everything, the timing cover, the engine. I clear coated everything. The upper intake. That intake, I used the same paint that I did on my brake calipers. It's just caliper paint, and I clear coated it just so they match. Everything matches the color. So that worked out real great. I didn't have to buy more paint because I already had the paint. I really cut down the power steering pump. I think this was, I don't know if this side's the power steering or this one's the AC, but either way, I cut them both. As you can see, I cut all that shit out, and I cut all that out, and it really opens it up. You can really see it looks, it makes it pop. It really cleans it up. And then the water neck I reversed. I ran a 3/8 NPT tap in there, just put a plug in. And what else did I do? Over here I have This is where I reversed the water neck. I put a 1-inch bung in there, and then I tapped it for a 3/8 NPT with a T fitting in there. And I ran, Dorman sells these, they're 3/8 to 1/2 inch hose fittings, and you can buy them at O'Reilly's. I think I paid $6 a piece for them. So I used that one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna run an expansion tank or not. I'm sitting at like 24 inches right here, and my radiator's sitting at 27, so I'm 3 inches higher in the front, and that should be enough to get the air out of the system. If not, I'll put this plug back in and I'll run a coolant expansion tank right here. But I think for now, I'm gonna pop that out. I'm gonna put just a 3/8 plug in there and see what happens. And as you can see, the EGR tube, I cut that, welded it solid, so that's there. There's my EGR block off plate, and then there's my throttle reverse. That's I miss, like I said, now there's some room in there now. It ain't gonna rub. Like I said, I hit it with a hammer, and it just moved it back a little bit. You can't even really tell. This looks so close, but it's not hitting at all. That's the drive-by wire. The red plugs are the coolant that come in through the water inlet. That's for like a cold area. I'm not really gonna drive this car in the cold. If I do, it might be like 50 degrees, but that's about it. So I got some new Ngk plug wires, and I put new Ngk plugs in this thing. What else did I do? I painted all the fuel rail. I got rid of all the vacuum or all the emissions crap, all that stuff for the canister lines. If you notice, there's only two fuel lines, your refuel line and your return. I cut the vacuum cider out. I don't know if it's a vacuum or whatever it is, but I cut all that shit out because we didn't need it. It was all emissions, and I don't care about a check engine light. Bare minimum, make this thing run. So, where else am I on? All right, so this is a 02 to 06 WRX STI 2.0 to 2.5 turbo cold air kit. I bought that off eBay for $40, and it comes in two pieces. This is a 3-inch, and then it comes with a 2 and 3/4 with the mass air sensor side thing on it. Well, I didn't have enough room for that to work, and this is 2 and 3/4 on the throttle body side, and the pipe is 3-inch. So this is a 3-inch to 2 and 3/4 coupler, which comes in the kit. And then now we go over here, the cone. That's 3-inch, and then we got, this was actually a 2 and 3/4-inch coupler, and I threw that in the sun to heat it up, and it heated up real nice, and I got it to slip over this. It didn't like it, but it did it. And then I ended up using the stock Subaru cold air, the mass air sensor part that was in the factory setup. I cut the I cut the part where you bolt onto the air cleaner, and this is actually reversed, but I don't think that's going to pose an issue because this mass air sensor is the exact same thing on left and the right side. Nothing changes. So we're going to see. If not, I'll just flip this around, but it fits so nice the way it is because this kind of has a lip on it for this filter. Not that it was meant for it, but it actually all just jived and worked out at the same time. And then on this pipe, there's a bracket that's welded onto it, and I really bent that up to make it work so I can make a bracket here. I made a bracket to come off the spark plug holder, and I put a rubber grommet between here, and then I just screwed it down, and this thing is solid. It's with the car. You can almost shake the whole car with it. There's a better look at it. It's nothing pretty, but it works. It blends in, it's painted black, and it serves its purpose. Nothing is hitting at all on that air cleaner. There's complete, there's room everywhere around it, and I figure this is a good spot because the cold air will be coming underneath from the car, and we'll see what happens. I got brand new axles, as you can see too. AutoZone, $74, lifetime warranty. They're heavy duty. They're almost equivalent to 930 axles or 930 CVs, but we'll see. But I don't care. They're lifetime warranty. If I snap them, I get a brand new one, and they always got them in stock. At least they always got one in stock, at least. So I put 2 new ones in. There's the other one, and so that's about where I'm at with it right now. I still got to make the exhaust. That's one of the things that's holding me up. I'm gonna do that this weekend. I'm gonna I bought a muffler for it, so I'm just gonna come out and angle it, weld my bung in for that, and put a tip on it, and then that's just how it's gonna sit for now. All the coolant lines are hooked up, everything's, you know, there. Somebody asked me about how much would I cut out of my apron, and this is all I cut. Here you can see I didn't do much. I just cut out a little bit around the timing. I didn't want to get crazy with it because I was trying to retain. This car is still a 58 Euro, and not that I really care, but at the same time I'm just kind of like, I was going to preserve it because it's still rigid. Everything's still pretty solid on this. This was all rotted out anyways, so I just hacked that. It's not a big deal, but I'm going to remake and box this in for my bumper mount so I can put a factory bumper back on it. That's one thing I am going to do. This is the same thing as the other side. And then right here too, I cut out the whole seal. There's the lip for the factory, like air-cooled engines. They have the apron seal. I cut that out just so that it's got some room on it. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see, but that's it. I cut that out, and then I also cut out that side. So, like I said, I'm gonna do the same to both sides, but it clears it, and we'll just see what happens. This motor is pretty tied down. I got it strapped, you know, with the trans strap and all that, and that motor's pretty, it's on there, so I can't see it getting too much vibration just because it's a smooth running engine. But other than that, that's it. I mean, like I said, I just got a couple more things I gotta wrap up. I might not put the fenders on for the first drive just to go down the block or whatnot, just to see how it is. But that's just the update. I know a couple people asked for it, so that's that. I hope I answered some of your questions and you guys see where I'm at on the project. And I really, really, really hope this weekend I'll be posting a video of me driving it. I can't say for sure, but if it's not this weekend, it'll be next weekend, because I'm gung-ho on getting this thing done. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe, let me know. Thanks.